I already see all of you here, but I'm going to do my best anyway. How many of you here happen to be in a relationship right now? Anybody here? Okay, I'm getting all these mixed signals, but it's okay. But it's okay, it works. It'll work out anyway. I actually have never been in a real relationship before. I hope to one day. But you would think that after everything that I have observed in my youth, that you would be really surprised that I would even actually want to go near it in the first place. It boggles my mind how something that could turn out to be so beautiful at first, but then become so insane, could possibly be preserved throughout the course of time itself. I've always been a very observant person, and I just don't always understand it. I knew one girl when I'm in the 8th grade who went through so many relationships that if she had written, "I love Casper, I love Joe, I love this person and that person," so many times on a classroom marker board in blood, let me just say that by now she would certainly be screwed. Oh yeah. If you ever asked my mother, for example, what she felt the purpose of a woman was, especially in terms of a relationship, she'd probably tell you, because without them, the man would not be able to find his own underpants. Because you see, for a lot of men, if something is not seen, cannot be seen within first glance, it's presumed to be lost, or not there at all. I don't think that goes the same way for every man, but as my mom would probably tell you, not just some of them, every one of them. I've seen this sort of thing before. A man comes down in the morning and wants to have a cup of yogurt before breakfast. He opens the refrigerator, he looks inside, but it's not there. At least he doesn't see it there. So he closes the door, and to get his way, he'll say the same thing to his wife. "Hey, there's no yogurt in the refrigerator." "But I was sure that I bought some the other day, honey." "Oh, it's not in there." "But I'm certain I bought it." "Well, it's not there, so therefore you must not have bought it."
Oh, nice.
Now, some women that I know of would just say something like, "Oh, okay, I'll just go out and buy some more later." Yeah, right, no. Not all of them, I'll tell you that for sure.
I don't know, I'm really happy about that.
Most of the women I know, particularly my mother, would come downstairs and not only open the refrigerator and look. She'll push past the leftovers from the other night, the porridge has been sitting there for like 9 days, the ham, the this and the that, and then, oh, what have we here? 7 friggin' cups of yogurt sitting right there in the back, just like she thought there would be. And then, not all women are gonna pass this opportunity up. "I told you they were there, but I didn't see it there." "Oh, of course you didn't, because you didn't look." "I just saw look." "No, you didn't. It's not looking unless you take the time to push things aside and really check." But I can't say that it's tough for only the women, because us men have issues too. You see, it's been clinically proven that women expect the man to be able to recognize certain things. They shouldn't have to say it. They should be able to just recognize it. I always expect the man to, I don't know. They expect them to be helpful. They expect them to be courteous. They expect them to tell the truth. But I've never understood it, but for some reason the women hate it when the men try to intervene or to offer assistance. They're having a bad day, and the man comes along, he tries to help, and they always tell him something like, "Oh, no, you You don't understand me. Don't tell me that. You don't know half of it. It's just a rip-off. And the woman, and again with the whole issue with women wanting the men to be honest and so forth, it's also been proven that when a woman tells you one thing, they really mean the exact opposite. I don't know about you, but I don't call that being honest. I can call it, I don't know, lying, bending the truth. And it's something I've felt for a good while now, is that in order for a relationship to work, it requires similar interests, similar personalities, similar ways of thinking. But no. The way it always works, no matter how it may seem, is that opposites attract. You know, like magnets. I'll never forget one time when the differences between my own parents was illustrated quite clearly. My parents happen to be fans of the TV show ER. I'm not, but my parents love it. They watch it God knows how many times. But one day, I had nothing to do, so I thought, why not give it a shot? So I sat down next to my parents, and for those of you who may not watch the show, there's always a short introduction to the show right before the opening credits and the theme music and so forth. Well, this opening scene took place at a heliport. A helicopter was just about to take off. The propellers are moving and it's slowly lifting up into the air. And some guy carelessly lifted his arm up in the air and whoo! His arm went flying in the air faster than the helicopter. And I'll never forget the reaction my parents gave. This is no exaggeration. My mother jumped off of the couch and shouted, "Yes! Fasten your seatbelts, baby! ER is back in business!" and my father jumped too. I'd never seen anything like it. Jumped so high in the air that he traveled a great distance and happened to land in front of the liquor cabinet.